So we've got another Foot Champs bonus, but the question is, how do we do it and what's the best process to get it done? So it is going to be 7 different objectives to get yourself an 85 times 10. To start with, play 3 division rival matches, the easiest one on the books, and you do get yourself a double 81 plus Champs Qualis points if you are not already there. We then have play 1 Foot Champs match, which is going to be an 83 double. I believe this is going to be any Foot Champs match, so it is Qualis or the finals, because normally when it comes to just playing in the 20 matches of Foot Champs, they do say Foot Champs finals. When it's normally Foot Champs, it does normally mean both. Same with the play 5, we got ourselves a cheeky 84 pack. Then we obviously have a win 1 match, so we'll know straight away from winning a qualification if this counts for Qualis or if it is just for the final of Foot Champs. Then we have win 5, which is going to require, which is going to give you 384 plus. Then we obviously have some objectives. Win 4 Foot Champs final matches with a full squad of Serie A players, and then the other one, which is Liga Portugal 4, win 4 Foot Champs final matches with a full squad of Liga Portugal. Both of them give you 585 pluses. Obviously, it is only 8 games between the two. If I was automatically looking at this, I would utilise the first 4 matches of wins to be able to get the Portuguese League done, because that one's going to be the hardest one to get done out of the two. With obviously the Serie A, if you've done the Serie A team of the season and managed to get a few, you should necessarily have a semi-okay team. So realistically, if I'm reading this right, and as this does say, win 4 Foot Champs final matches, these should all come into qualifications / rivals. The question is, have we got enough of a Portuguese squad to really rival anybody? Obviously, you might have to buy a few players if you want to get them in, but let's have a look and see what Portuguese players we have and obviously what you could go and get. So we'll call it Port and we'll see what we've got, as to be honest, I don't think I've got many. Into the Liga Portugal, so if we go down here, we have got it with, I'd like to tell you about skycoach.gg. They offer many features within the FIFA franchise, from FIFA coins to FIFA Weekend League boosts, from trusted sellers, pro players, and are the best prices on the market currently. They have fast delivery, high quality services, lots of games, and also a cashback program. The more coins you buy, the more eligible you are for cashback options. So if you want to buy FIFA coins at the best price, click the link in the description of this video. It will be active promo code for 10% discount from my subscribers. All you have to use is the code JT11 at the checkout to receive this bonus. On to the video. 4 team of the seasons, which is a great start. Obviously, we do have 5 subs, so that is another thing to always consider with it. So realistically, to start with, we've got these players. We're going to whack them into the positions and see what else that we can kind of go with, because I know we've got Pedro Goncalves, I believe it is, as a left wing, but I'm pretty sure he is actually a bit expensive in comparison to obviously the rest of them. So we have got him at 245, so obviously a very good left wing. You'd probably play him at striker. We have Goncalo Ramos at 37,000, which is the striker. Otamendi at 40k. We also have João Mario, a right mid, at 38. Obviously, Grimaldo, the goalkeeper at the CAM, we've already got. And that is about all of the team of the season we can go with. So realistically, the only ones we're missing out on is going to be as followed. I think you can't get them all now, because obviously that's Portuguese League, not rest of world. And I want to say that's it. Bellerin obviously was one objective, I believe, or SBC that you could have done. Otavio was an SBC, an objective. And I think Ricardo Carvalho obviously is a normal hero. Other than that, you've got a few players that obviously you've got here that could kind of fill the team up. But predominantly, most of them, by the looks of it, have been kind of already upgraded in team of the season, so we'll put him in as well. Is that enough then? So realistically, if we was to say we could spend as much money as possible, what's the best Liga Portugal squad you can make? By the looks of it, if we're just going with a standard 4-4-2, where can Otavio go? We can play left mid. Can Goncalo play striker? He can play centre forward, so that would be good enough there. We could then obviously swap out Otavio for there. Ooh, Goncalo Ramos. I'm trying to think who would be better there. We've obviously got striker or centre forward. Another centre back in him. and then I suppose the centre mid would be there. So realistically, if we're going for rating, then we more than likely move these two out, put Ramos in. That is technically the best Liga Portuguese squad you can get rating-wise in obviously a 4-4-2. Whether you've got them all, obviously some of them may be SBCs. He is a Showdown Plus. Obviously we've got an SBC from the Moments, Hero, and then the rest of them are able to be bought. You can, like I said, make out 5 subs, so you could swap out pretty much anybody that you don't have. So if we go and buy, say, we go buy a striker and a centre-back, we could technically put our normal 5 players on instead, and then we'd obviously have to keep on some of these players anyway. It's not a bad one, but I mean, it's not the greatest, especially if you can't do it, obviously, in the qualifications. I feel like that would have been the better option. Going into qualis, being able to do it would have been far much easier. And did I just see a Serie A squad? Because that would make it a hell of a lot easier to get this done. So we've got Serie A. I'm pretty sure this is all I've got so far. Let's see if I've not added anybody else. I know I've got a red Theo, so we can add him in as well. If we can get into the Serie A, see who else we're missing in this team. So we've got Dybala, he was another pickup. Obviously we got him, we got the right mid, and we also have Szczesny. And I think, have we already got a red version of him there or something? What do we got? We do have a red version. We've got Tomori on. Dzeko, to be fair, Dzeko could definitely move up there. Have we got anybody else that could be in the running here? Kim and Jay, we obviously could use loans if we really wanted to, but I think we should be absolutely all golden with this. And this is what I mean when it comes to a Serie A squad. We're looking a hell of a lot easier than obviously any other ones. Dybala obviously going into that striker role. We don't even technically have to put Dzeko on, but he could be on the bench. We can, again, change 5 people out, which is not a problem whatsoever. Obviously, Di Natale, maybe change one of the centre mids. Defence, other than maybe Smalling, we could change. Everybody else is looking solid. We could swap the right mids out at half time because obviously pace-wise and getting a refresh would be nice. But this one's going to be way easier to be able to get that 4 games win rather than necessarily the Liga Portuguese team. Unfortunately, that is the case. If you are good enough to be able to kind of warrant not necessarily going all out for the 4 wins, then or going out for, say, like 16 wins, then obviously this is actually a lot more easier than doing, or I think it was like the Liga 11 team for 13 wins, whereas this is much easier. Get all these done in qualis, and then obviously you've got to grind out the 2-4 games. Like I said, the Portuguese would be better to do first, as obviously the opponents technically should be less of a threat compared to the next 4. Whether you want to do it is down to you. 85 times 10, 2 more, well, say an 85 times 20 for the 2 finals. We get 384, 584, 684, and a double 83. It's not bad for getting some players. Whether it's worth it, let me know down below. What do you think?